Today I'm here with a short and fun tutorial for creating a flipbook. And the dimensions of the flipbook that I will show you how to create are 4.5 by 4.5 inches, and the spine is 5/8 of an inch. If you remember, I've posted a double flipbook like this with designer papers from Graphic 45 a while ago on my channel. You can search the channel and watch the video. The flipbook that we will be creating today will be a single one, and it works like this. It will have several pages, as you can see. I think that this project is a really good one for quick presents, you know, and for fun handmade gifts for your friends and family. Okay, let's begin. By the way, for creating this, you will need only 3 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I used an A4 sized chipboard sheet. And as for the designer papers, you will need at least 17 6 by 6 sheets of designer paper from the 6 by 6 paper pad. The paper that I will be using here to embellish my flipbook is by Authentique. I think it's Authentique and not Authentic. I tried to find some videos with the correct pronunciation. Well, anyway, I pronounce it Authentique. So it's a 6 by 6 paper pad that includes 24 pieces of papers, and it's from the collection which is called Durable. My project will be of a masculine type, so I think the paper suits just perfectly well for this one. Okay, so let's begin now. For the cover, you will need 3 pieces of chipboard, 2 of which are the same, and they are 4.5 by 4.5 inches, and 1 more for the spine, which is 1/2 inch by 4.5. For wrapping the cover, you will need a piece of cardstock measuring 5.5 inches by 10 and 7/8 of an inch. And if you can see, I already drew the guidelines, which are 1/2 inch from the edges of the cardstock, in order to know where exactly to position the chipboard pieces on the cardstock. So I will create the cover now, and we will go on from that point. I already applied some score tape here on the perimeter of the chipboard piece, and in the middle I will add some tacky glue. Okay. I'm giving you now only the measurements. I'm not stressing out the important moments of creating a cover, like leaving the spaces between the chipboard pieces and how exactly you should cut the corners. I think that if you created mini albums before, or created notebooks, or I don't know, you already have to know how to create the cover of your book. So I will give you the measurements only, and all the rest you can just see from the video tutorial what and how exactly I'm doing, and to do the same. Okay, I'm cutting the corners before wrapping this piece. I will use score tape here as well for wrapping the cover. I want to ensure that the flaps will hold tight and nothing will open with time, and the whole project will not fall apart. Starting from the middle and moving to the sides. The same from this side. Now I like to burnish the edges of the covers in the following way. So this is what I'll do, and now I will take several seconds off to distress the edges of my cover. Okay, it's done. I distressed both on the out and on the inside. Next, what we need to do is the following. We will take a piece of cardstock which measures, let's see, 4 3/8 of an inch by 9 1/2, and there is a guideline here which is located at 1 inch mark from the right side of this cardstock piece. Okay, with this piece we will cover the inside of our flip book. But before doing that, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a certain idea in my head about the way of embellishing the book, so I will do several steps now that you might not have to do, because you will want to embellish your flip book in some other way. In my head, the flip book will have a cover. I already embellished the cover. I did my homework, and it will close with a strap like this with a buckle, and the buckle will be located somewhere here, and the whole belt will cover the book in the following way. Okay, so I need to attach the buckle and the whole strap to the album, to the flip book, sorry, before covering it from the inside with the cardstock, because I want to use several brads here in order to connect the strap to the cover, and I will need to cover the tails of the brads from the inside with the cardstock piece. So that's why I will first add some distressing here on the folds that we're not seen before. Okay, like this. Now we can continue. So I will glue down the designer papers that I already pre-cut to the size. This one is 4 3/8 by 4 3/8. So I will use it here on the front cover. Like this. And for the spine, I need a piece which measures 4 3/8 by 1/2 inch. So I will glue it down here too. And the designer paper for the back cover. Okay. Now the strap will be connected to the cover with the brads, as I already said, in several places on the spine and on the back cover. So if my embellishment will be somewhere here, and okay, the strap will be somewhere here. Okay, I will just mark that it will be here. Okay, here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 white lines. Okay, so I want to make a hole here on the spine. In this place, and now I will attach the belt with the brad. In the following way. Pay attention that I'm not gluing this down. I'm only using brads to attach it. I don't think it's necessary to glue it down. And I really hope that it will be okay, that the book will freely open and close, although I'm not gluing it down. Well, let's see. Maximum you will learn from my mistake. Okay, like this. Now I'm still not doing the holes for the buckle itself, because I first want to know what will be the thickness of the whole album, and then I will add the holes at the later stage. Okay, so now when this is done, just for the sake of the, how you call it, of the composition, I want to add one brad here too, at the top of the spine. Of the balance of the composition here. This is the word that I have been looking for. Okay, like this. So the spine will look prettier, in my opinion. Okay, now let's continue. So as I already said, we will need a piece of cardstock which measures 4 3/8 of an inch by 9.5. And before gluing this down, one more thing that we need to do. A piece of cardstock measuring 1 inch by 12, and you will score it at 2 3/4 of an inch and 7 3/8. Okay, then to fold this in, you will start from the shorter flap, and then you will cover it with the longer one, but pay attention, it might be not that even, so when you fold it, don't press on the fold line yet. First align the edge here and hold with your fingers, and then burnish the fold line, the second fold line from the right side. Okay, so this is the way to do it. Then apply glue on the shorter flap and glue it down. Once it is glued down, if you were distressing all the edges of your papers, distress the edges from this side and this side of this short, of this narrow paper belt. Okay. Now you will take the piece of cardstock for matting the cover from the inside, and you will take the belt. You will slide the cardstock in, and now if you mark from the guideline, let's say, okay, here is the guideline, so I'm positioning the belt just next to the guideline, and then I will use a needle tool, a poking tool, to mark the 1 inch space like this, and you can see that. Okay, so in this area I will apply some wet glue, and now I will slide the belt back to the same place, and I will pay attention at the sides here that they are even. The overlap, the outstanding of the paper is even from both of the sides, and then I will burnish this down. Okay, pay attention that the glue was applied from the back side of this piece. Now we are ready to glue this down to the cover, and for doing this I will once again use some score tape. I will also apply score tape here on the spine because I don't want it to have bumps and to be raised in case the glue will not hold it well. So a piece of score tape there, and on the edges of the cardstock piece in the following way. You might want to apply one more piece here on the belt itself to ensure that it holds really good, because it will hold the whole flip mechanism. Okay, now let's remove the backing and add some glue in the places where we don't have score tape. I hate this stage when you need to remove the backing. Sometimes I succeed to do it quickly, sometimes I don't. Okay, yay, we did it. Now here I will add some glue here and here. Okay, now with the belt from the right side of the cover, I will center it first and then press. Press and burnish really well to create a good bond between the cardstock and the cover. Okay, now I can find once again those fold lines. The craft cardstock that I'm using is very thick and heavyweight, so sometimes it's really hard to fold it. Okay, like this. This is what we wanted to do. Okay, so now to the flip mechanism itself. For creating it, you will need a piece of cardstock measuring 4.5 by 9 inches. Okay, then you will have to do some scorings, and the scorings will be in the following places: 2 1/4, 2 5/8, 3, 3 3/8, 3 3/4, 4 1/8, and 4.5. These are the score lines that you need to make on this cardstock piece. Okay, then when you flip it, you will apply score tape closer to the left side of the score lines. In between the score lines, I mean closer to the left side. Okay, if your flip mechanism will open like this, like in the book that I have here. Okay, now to create the pages, you will need several more pieces of cardstock. As you can see, there are 6 pages altogether. So the smallest one is 4.5 by 2 5/8. The next 4.5 by 3, 4.5 by 3 3/8, 4.5 by 3 3/4, 4.5 by 4 1/8, and 4.5 by 4.5. Now you will start to attach the pages to the cardstock piece, beginning from the smallest. Okay, and how you do it? You will remove the tape backing. You will take the smallest piece of cardstock and you will align it here. You will pay attention that it is straight, and only then you will press down here to glue it to the base. Okay, and then I suggest that you already cut the designer paper, and I already did that. This piece, for example, is 4 3/8 by 4 3/8. This will be on the back of our flip mechanism. This is this piece. Okay, so I also wanted to use a metal embellishment instead of the paper tab to pull the pages out. So I attached this piece with several brads, and just to reinforce them, I used a piece of score tape. So you can embellish everything with designer paper once everything is already constructed, but I think that it will be easier and more convenient to do that while this piece is still flat, and you can get to all the places easily, and you can burnish and so on. So you can do it either as I do, or the way you prefer to do it. Okay, so this piece goes first. Now I already created the I already cut out the papers for these pieces too, these flaps, so I will glue them down, and you will measure the flaps and pages and leave the borders of your choice. I'm leaving the borders of 1/8, even not 1/8, 1/16 of an inch from all the four sides. This is how I like it. So if you want to leave, for example, 1/8 of an inch or 1/4, you will cut your papers to the size accordingly. I will not stop and give you the measurements of the designer papers. I hope you can do this by yourself. And this depends on the way you will want to embellish the whole piece. Okay, so now this one here, I also have a paper already cut to the size, so I will use it here right now. Okay, now we continue with the next page with the second smallest. So it's 4.5 by 3 inches. I will remove the tape backing, the second one out of 6 that we had, and once again I will align according to this side, the page that I have, and then I will press and glue it down. Okay, and once again I will add the designer paper from the back side of this page and from the front side, like this. I like the fact that I can easily burnish the designer paper and glue it really good to the cardstock base. Now the third page from the end, and it is 4.5 by 3 3/8. The very same things to do and pay attention to align it with this side, and only then to press down here on top of the area where you have score tape. Okay, now let's do it like this. This side first. Okay, and now this one. Okay, now the fourth one, which is 4.5 by 3 3/4. And I try here to vary the brighter and lighter papers, darker and brighter papers, darker and lighter. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one. Okay, this one, and this one is the last. Okay, sorry, this way. Okay, now it's ready to be mounted onto the flip book. You will take the flip book, and this is your flip mechanism assembled. Okay, so what you will do is this: you will open it like this and slide behind the belt that you have here. Now you will close it, and you will pay attention while doing that the whole flip pile is not overlapping the fold line here of the spine. Okay, that it reaches just the fold line here, and you will hold this piece with your left hand in this place, and you will open it like this. Okay, always pressing down the whole pile down to the cover so that it doesn't move. Then you will apply the glue on the belt, and once again you will close it and press down. Now I usually give several moments to the glue to dry before trying out the flip and how it works. So while the glue here is drying, let me finish the gluing down of the designer paper to the inside of the cover. I have a piece for the spine here. And I already created the page for the inside of the top cover, of the front cover, I'm sorry. Okay, so I will glue it down too. Okay, it will be here. I think I will open all the flaps that I have just to be able to press better on my page. And the buckle here is a little bit standing on the way, but we can manage. Okay. Great. I will show these to you later. Okay, now let's see how it works. It works like this. Okay, you will have more papers here, but I don't know what kind of paper or cardstock you will be using. Mine is pretty heavyweight, as I already said, so I think I will not be able to open it even further, so I will stop here. Okay, but this is how the pages will flip. And now I want to see what's the thickness of my flip book, and I will add some holes here to the strap that I created. So one will be, let's say, here, and one more. All the rest actually are more for the designing purpose and not functional purpose. So okay, I will create them, but I'm not going to use them. I'll take my crocodile. Okay, so one is here and here. Okay. Ooh, I'm standing, I cannot see a thing, so this is what I do. Okay, I'll stop here before I mess it up. Okay, at least the hole that I needed is here. Can't believe it. You measure, and it is still not in the places that you want it to be. Oh my goodness, what a shame and what an embarrassment to make this on the video. Well, what's done is done. This is the way it will be. Crooked a little bit. Thanks God I'm making this one for my father, so I hope he will forgive me. Okay, so this is the final step. I need to glue this thing down. I mounted it on chipboard because I want it to be raised a little bit on top, over the surface, above the surface of the cover. Sorry. Okay, like this. So somewhere here. Okay, press down. All these pieces are cutouts from the 6x6 paper pad that I had. So nothing more and nothing less, except for the You Are the Best except for You Are the Best that was made using my Dymo type writer, and these cogs were actually from Tim Holtz, and that's it. This is the book. I think I will attach the metal corners maybe later to the cover. I'm still not sure, but maybe I will do that. So this is the flip book. You open it like this, and yeah, I wanted to show you what I created here on the cover. You swing this tab and it opens like this. Here you can have additional place for a photo. Here I used a banner from the paper collection, and these are also cutouts from the paper pad. I just didn't want to waste them, so I decided to use them here, just tuck them. behind the belly band that I created. Okay, so you close it like this, and here are the pages themselves that you add the pictures to. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and you will create a flipbook of your own. And if you do so, please share it with me. I like to visit your YouTube channels or blogs and leave comments. So yeah, just share your projects with me if you create a flipbook. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the upcoming tutorials. Bye bye.